this is just a very quick update on my last video about registering your drones to get your flyer ID and your operator ID. I don't think I made it quite clear in the last video that the legislation isn't coming in until the 30th of November 2019. Up until that date, you can quite legally fly your drone without registering it, providing you obviously stick to the safe guidelines that are already laid down about flying over people and in restricted areas. But you don't actually need to, and you can do that quite legally up to the 30th. You don't need to register your drone until after the 30th or up until the 30th. The reason I did mine and did my registration is I wanted to get it out of the way. I wanted to get it sorted. However, once you get to the date, and I've had a very constructive email from one of my subscribers asking what happens after the 30th. Well, of course, the majority of people will be registering their drone after the 30th of November. So then when you buy a drone or when you get a new model aircraft, you will then have to register it, and you can register it. It's an ongoing thing. You can register it as long as the scheme is in place after November the 30th. There's no problem with that. However, I think there's some onus on the people at point of sale when they're selling you the drone or the model aircraft to give you instructions about registration, and indeed maybe attach the CAA website on a slip of paper or some indication about what you have to do once you've bought your drone. And I don't think there's any onus on them to make sure you do it, but there should be some indication that if you buy one of these machines, then you need to register it, and they should give you some information with the purchase. Same when you're buying on Amazon or eBay, there should be some system, I believe, to allow you to make you aware, or make people aware that they do have to register their drone or model aircraft. It was interesting to read recently that John Lewis, in all their wisdom, have decided to stop selling drones. And the reason they cite for that is that they can be a risk to safety. And they mention the Heathrow debacle that happened a while back, and they mentioned other instances as well. And they're saying that they're a risk to safety. Well, I've just been up to my local garage and they're still selling cars. Now, okay, let's balance this up. A drone has never ever been recorded as causing an accident, a fatal accident or even a major accident with aircraft. However, I keep getting phone calls from Claims for You and things like that saying about your recent car accident. Of course cars cause accidents, but that doesn't stop garages selling them. Of course people get into trouble by not insuring and registering their cars, but that doesn't stop people driving them. People do it all the time and get into all sorts of trouble and involve other people. The drone registration system won't stop people, rogue flyers, doing exactly what they want to do. So if they want to fly, if they want to cause disruption, if they want to cause disruption even, then they will still do it. The same as people that want to drive unlicensed cars and untaxed cars and uninsured cars will still do it. I think John Lewis has maybe erred on the side of the ridiculous by saying we're not going to sell drones anymore because people might do harm with them. Okay, they could look at lots of their other products as well that people might do harm with. Why they picked on drones, why they picked on the model flying community, I have no idea. To me, it doesn't make any sense at all. Anyway, that's my little rant and rave over. But getting back to this, yeah, once you buy a drone after November the 30th, 2019, yes, of course you can still register it, but you can still fly legally up to that date. Hope that makes it all a little bit clearer for you, and have fun flying and have fun registering. I will be back with another video which isn't about drones, maybe next week, which I'm still editing one on my visit to Liverpool and the visit to the Liverpool Museum to see the John Lennon and Yoko Ono exhibition, which sadly is now closed. So I'm going to make one about that because I love Lennon's compositions, and I'll be doing a little bit on double fantasy. Right, that's the end of this fantasy for this video. Thank you for watching. Hope it's made it all a bit clearer to you. I've amended my last video in the notes down below and put the details there that of course you can fly it up to the 30th of November. So I've edited those notes, and they're on now on that video. If you haven't watched that one yet, please go back to it because it does explain all about registration. I've yattered on enough now. I'll see you all very, very soon. But thank you for watching, and as always, take care.